Dear students, today we will continue our syllabus. So today we will discuss on the classification up to class level. So you know that we are studying the coordinates. Paper number 2, life and diversity of coordinate animals. And coordinate animals means the animals those having bones in their body. हाडे असणाऱ्या प्राण्यांचा अभ्यास म्हणजे कॉर्डेट प्राण्यांचा अभ्यास. So remember, coordinate means the animals those having bones in their body. And non-coordinate means the animals without bones. They does not having bones in their body. So remember here, today we will study the classification of coordinates. Classification of coordinates. And this classification we have to study up to class level only. Up to class level, not further classification. So today we will study the classification of coordinates up to class level. Our chapter is Introduction to Coordinates. Introduction of coordinates, and in that we are studying what is coordinates, what is the silent features of coordinates. Yesterday we have studied, and today we will study the classification of coordinates up to class level only. So remember here, this coordinate is the last phylum of animal kingdom. Yesterday we have discussed coordinate is the last phylum of animal kingdom. So phylum Chordata, when we are studying the classification of phylum Chordata, so phylum Chordata is subdivided into 4 subphylum. You know, phylum, then subphylum. So phylum Chordata or chordate is subdivided into the subphylum or subphyla. So that subphylum is the first, second, third and fourth. So there are 4 subphylums. These are the subphylum 1, subphylum 2, subphylum 3, subphylum 4. So first subphylum of the chordata is the hemichordata or hemichordates. So here there is the evolution in animals from single cellular to multicellular animals. The evolution is up to the Echinodermata in the non-chordates, and there bones are developed in the body. So that first animal is the hemichordata animals. You remember this hemichordata, cephalochordata and urochordata. These 3 are belongs to the protochordata or protochordates. From these 3, the first one is the hemichordata, which is having the 50% characters like the non-chordates and 50% characters like the chordates. 50% वैशिष्ट्ये हेमिकॉर्डेटामध्ये नॉन कॉर्डेटचे आहे आणि 50% कॅरेक्टर्स हेमिकॉर्डेटामध्ये कॉर्डेटचे आहे. So the scientist confused whether to keep these animals, whether to keep this group of animals. They are having 50% characters like the non-chordates and 50% characters like the chordates. So scientists also confused, and some of the scientists, they kept this group of animals in the non-chordata after the Echinodermata, and some of the scientists, they kept this hemichordata in the chordates, in protochordata, first animals, hemichordata. So in hemichordata, notochord, this is one of the basic characters of the chordate. So this notochordata lies in anterior half of the body. Notochord हा बॉडीच्या अँटेरियर हाफ मध्ये असतो हेमिकॉर्डेटा मध्ये. So that is the characteristics, basic characteristics of the hemichordata. And the best example of this hemichordata is the Balanoglossus. Balanoglossus is just like the earthworm, but it having bone in their body. Remember, it is looking like the earthworm, but having bones in their body. That's why it is the chordata. And hemichordata means hub chordates and hub non-chordates. So this is the classification of chordata up to the subphylum, and their Balanoglossus is the example of hemichordata. So next subphylum, second subphylum is the cephalochordata, or it may be the urochordata. Second number may be cephalochordata or maybe urochordata. So here we will study the cephalochordata. In cephalochordata, notochord is extending up to the tip of head. Cephalochordate animal मध्ये notochord जे आहे तो हेडच्या टिप पर्यंत असतो. And best example of the cephalochordata is Amphioxus. It is the smallest fish-like animal. It is also called as the lancet. Remember, example of the cephalochordata is Amphioxus, which is also called as the lancet. Now, next subphylum is the urochordata. This is urochordata because this group of animals having the U-shaped intestine, such like intestine, U-shaped intestine. That's why it is called as the urochordata. Remember, urochordata. Why called as the urochordata? Because their mouth and their anus is towards one side, and alimentary canal is mixed just like U-shaped. That's why it is called as the urochordata. This is a group of animals. Now, in urochordata animals, notochord lies in the tail region. Notochord lies in the tail region. And best example of urochordata is a Herdmania. Remember, here is one example is given. There are number of examples, but which is a common, which is easy for remember. So here hemichordata, the best example is Balanoglossus. Cephalochordata, best example is Amphioxus. Then urochordata, best example is the Herdmania. Remember this. And again you remember hemichordata, cephalochordata and urochordata. We can say hemichordata, urochordata and cephalochordata. Hemichordata is having the first number, then maybe the second number urochordata, or maybe the cephalochordata. This subphylum of the chordata, they are also called as the protochordates or protochordata. This first hemichordata, cephalochordata and urochordata are togetherly called as the protochordata. Protochordata म्हणजे सुरुवातीचे हाडे असणारे प्राणी. प्रोटोकॉर्डेटा मीन्स सुरुवातीचे हाडे असणारे प्राणी. Primitives of today's modern, highly evolved chordate animals. So that is the protochordata. Like the protozoa. Protozoa is first phylum in the evolutionary tree. Single cellular animals. So in the non-chordate there is the protozoa, and in the chordate there is the protochordata. Protochordata means these three groups of animals. And the fourth subphylum, we are studying the classification of chordates, and chordates are subdivided into four subphylum. So first subphylum hemichordata, second is the cephalochordata, third is the urochordata, and fourth one is the vertebrata. Remember, fourth subphylum of chordata phylum is the vertebrata, and in this vertebrata, cranium is present. In protochordata, cranium is absent. Cranium means skull, brain box. ज्याला खोपडी आपण असं म्हणतो. So in the protochordata means hemichordata, cephalochordata, and urochordata, the cranium is absent. That's why they are also called as the acrania. Remember, protochordata are also called as the acraniata. A means absent. Craniata means cranium, skull, brain box. So in this protochordata, skull is absent. But in the vertebrata, the cranium, that is the skull, brain box, ज्याला आपण खोपडी म्हणतो ते प्रेझेंट असते म्हणून त्याला म्हणायचं क्रेनिटा. अँड व्हर्टिब्रल कॉलम इज ऑल्सो प्रेझेंट. In the protochordata, vertebral column is not present. But in the vertebrata, cranium is present, vertebral column is also present. Then, this subphylum vertebrata further classified into two superclasses. This is the superclass 1, which is called as the Agnatha, and superclass 2, which is called as the Gnathostomata. Here you remember, Agnatha means the animals those does not having jaws. Agnatha means the animal in which jaws are absent. Agnatha means jaws are absent. A for absent and Gnatha for jaws. Agnatha means jaws are absent. And Gnathostomata means the animals those having jaws, lower jaw and upper jaw. So superclass of the vertebrata. Superclass first, Agnatha. Superclass second, Gnathostomata. Now remember, Agnatha is divided into two classes. We have to classify the chordate up to class level. So here Agnatha is divided into two classes. One class is Ostracodermy, and example Jamotius. And second class is the Cyclostomata. Example is the Petromyzon and Mixing. This is the animal without jaws. Mouth is circular. Mouth is always open in circular form, jaw, because jaws are absent. Now, these Gnathostomata are divided into the 5 different classes. First class is the Pisces, which is also called as the fishes. Fishes, aquatic animals. Then next is the amphibia, Bendu, reptilia, aves and mammals. We have to classify up to the class level with suitable example. So here you know the Pisces. Best example is the fish, any fish which we are eating the fish. So Pisces, example fish. Amphibia, example frog. Then reptilia, example of any creeping animals, calotis, varanus, snakes. Number of examples are there. Aves, which is also called as the birds. Example, parrot, तोता, और pigeon, ज्याला आपण कबूतर म्हणतो. Number of examples are there. So aves and mammals. The best example of mammals is the rat, which is very common. We are also belongs to the mammals. So these are the 5 classes, which is also called as the Gnathostomata, because jaws are absent. This is also called as the Tetrapoda. This Gnathostomata is also called as the Tetrapoda. So remember, today what we have studied. So today we have studied the classification of chordates up to class level. Yesterday we have studied the silent features or general characters of the chordates. We are studying chordates. So remember, just here I will revise the syllabus. Your syllabus, this is your syllabus. Now in your syllabus, the unit first. In unit first, there are 3 chapters. So first chapter is introduction to chordates. And in that chapter, first point is the silent features. And second point is the classification up to class level. Third point is the origin. Remember, origin. Origin. After this, the origin. Origin means how the chordate animals are originated on the earth. So some of the scientists suggest that the chordate animals, they are originated from the water. There are different theories about the origin of chordate animals. So here in your syllabus, origin is also there. After the classification, there is the origin, and it is a small point only for you to understand. So there are several theories for the origin of chordates. The first chordates originate from the sea, water. The first chordate originated prior to Cambrian period to Paleozoic area about the 600 million years ago. The first chordates formed on Earth is Hemichordata. This Hemichordata. This is the first chordates formed on the Earth. Then Hemichordata gave rise to the Ascidians, then Amphioxus, and then fishes. Now chordate comprises about 49,000 species, including Balanoglasses, Ascidians, Amphioxus, Petromyzon, Pisces, reptiles, birds and mammals. Animal kingdom is divided into 30 or more phyla. The first phylum is Protozoa and the last phylum is the Chordata. So this is the short account on the origin of chordates. So remember, today we have studied the classification and origin of the chordates. You see the video, YouTube lecture, and send your presentee. In yesterday's period, 10 students, only 10 students are sent their presentee. So you have to send presentee, see the YouTube lecture, listen that carefully, try to understand, and then send on the WhatsApp group, present sir, and then your name, who is present. So in yesterday's lecture, only the 10 students are sent their presentee. Where is the remaining students? So for your knowledge, in BSc first year, for zoology, there are 24 students. So out of 24 students, only 10 students are in the touch of online lecture. They have sent their presentee. 14 students are not sent their presentee, means they are not in touch of the online lectures. So say to your friends, the period is started on YouTube, online. So please attend that. And after the period, within 2 or 3 hours, you send your presentee. After putting the next lecture, no chance of the presentee. So after this lecture, within 2 to 3 hours, you send your presentee. Remember, presentee is very important for internal assessment. So all of you remember this. For today, we have studied the classification and origin of the chordates, and it is sufficient. Now period is started regularly. So for today it is sufficient. Thank you very much.